Hello everyone. Welcome to another stream. Let's go here. How's it going? I hope everyone is doing well. And we should have. Where's this one? Yeah, there you go. Oh, that was cam only. Okay. Okay. So, um, what I am doing right now is I'm gonna be looking into a hackathon, and I am participating in a hackathon that's happening on this Wednesday. And the idea for us is to actually build something before all of that happens, or start something in a bit advance, and then then be present on Wednesday at the venue, present whatever we have done so far, and then take it from here. So when I stream, I think it helps me focus a bit more and hold me accountable as well, so I actually put in the time. Otherwise I would just, I think, spend some time on something else. So this helps. But I hope you're having a good time as well. I'm gonna switch headphones so I also can hear things from my PC. But what have you worked on recently? Are you working on anything interesting? I'm gonna also try to find Killer's documentation as well. And let's also try to go here as well. I'm gonna try to download the project that I started, and then I have to see if this also work here as well. So I do want orb stack to install. Let's see, and I'm gonna also open chat as well so I don't miss any of your messages as well. Get orb stack. I think this is this only available for Mac OS though? I think this is only available for Mac OS. Let's see what they have for Windows. Killers, documentation, hardware requirements, disk space, RAM, operating systems, Mac OS. AMD. Okay. Let's go with for Windows users. Okay, so I would have to run this on WSL. That's gonna be super slow, but I think it's should be okay. But I have probably an old WSL. Let's also install this. Let's go with terminal. But this is running the Ubuntu one. I want to open command prompt. My PC is gonna be super slow with all of this, but let's see. And in the meantime, I can also start downloading some work as well. So let's go to not here, but let's go to cmd or git bash, personal. Let's go with clone. Or do I have no, I don't have one. Do I have any hackathon folder? No. Experiments, courses, hack stack. Well, we can create here, I think. So let's download from here. We should have my repository just here, and copy this guy. Copy, git clone. Oh, but I think I would have to download this into Ubuntu rather. I think. Let's see. First of all, let's see if this is doing anything at all. Is it? I think I pressed enter. Why did it? Okay. Ubuntu is already installed. Launching Ubuntu. Okay, so I think we are good. Let's open a new one. Then we can go to personal, Git. Did I already have Cillers NLP example here? Interesting. Git clone this guy. We can open this now and we can go with the Sketsam. Do we want to see me fail with nvim? Of course we do. Okay, so what do we need here? So WSL, we already have that. Docker desktop, we have that already. Docker desktop. I think I do have the available memory thingy already set up. Well, let's see. We can also update to latest as well. I'm on 4.2 and this is 4.3.1. The RAM allocated is 19, but I do want to have. Okay. Do I have to restart my PC? Or would this restart Docker? I think it should update and restart Docker and not my PC. We'll see. Okay. Yes. Make changes to my device. Thank you. And then we have I do have Linux style Git ending, so that's good. Okay. I hope I could get the setup working on my machine. Otherwise, I'll have to work on the MacBook. Well, we'll see. Do we need anything else from here? No. But even though this is happening, I think we can start with the other setup. So let's go here. Let's see what is the uname is at 6864. I think we can. Yeah, I'm gonna open a new Ubuntu one. So we got this one. Let's install Polytop. Hey Arpit Sharma, how's it going? You're from India. Where in India? Which city? Some of the friends I know who are from I know a couple of people from Hyderabad. I know a couple of people from Bangalore, but that's pretty much it. And some of my ancestors are from India, Hyderabad. PT. Okay, so that's good. Then we can also move it into user local bin. You're from Delhi. Is Delhi super crowded and super busy, or is it okay? Or is it, because I've always imagined Delhi to be like Karachi, like super saturated, super like the super traffic and a lot of heat. And what about the weather as well? Am I using Docker? I'm using 4. Can I just do with Google? I think I did last time with Google. It should be good. Pulse checker should be stopped. I want to run that. Okay, Docker is done. That's good. So let's run this guy in here. Okay, good. Docker not applicable for Windows users that should already have followed Docker. Okay, we're good. Now we can run the stack. That's super nice. So let's go to, and I'm gonna keep nvim open in one of them, but I'm gonna just run the other one on it because it looks super cool. So personal, and I think it's what Shazam, and then I can just run pd run stack. Just look at how cool this looks. It's like, it feels like I'm a hacker or something. But those of you who don't really know, Cillers is an interesting stack that allows you to create applications really, really fast. And you get a lot of things out of the box. You get Couchbase, you get Qt, GraphQL, a Jupyter notebook. I have no clue why we have this one. We do have Kafka Connect for streaming messages. We have Kong, which is the API gateway. They also have the auth agent as well, which avoids the usage of JWT tokens, which are considered somewhat insecure, so to say. But I think the Kafka Connect is used with Red Panda for streaming. It's super nice. I'm still really new to the killer stack, but I'm gonna explore more. Delhi is always busy and crowded. Yeah, I think I can imagine. The city where I am right now is Stockholm, Sweden. It's sort of crowded, but it's not as crowded as I've seen other cities. For example, Berlin in Germany, I think it's much more crowded. Karachi, my city, is obviously very, very crowded. But cool. What are we building today? I'm starting to work on an AI app or AI based app that I'm supposed to build, and I'm using this stack called Killer. So we're gonna explore that. It's based on Python on the back end, and on the front end it's React and Next.js. I think it's not Next.js. Maybe it's just React. I'm not really sure, but I'm gonna have a look. But regardless, I am participating in a hackathon on Wednesday, so I'm supposed to work on the front end. So I'm gonna be coding some React as soon as all of these are running. But I'm gonna quickly show you how many containers this is spin ups. It was crazy. Like just running the PD stack, it opens up all these containers. You see these ones? I don't know if I can zoom in. Yeah, I can. So look at this. Look at the containers, number of containers who are running right now. We got the API, we got the container, which is running Python. We have the Linux Arch running with the web app. We have Arch with Postgres container. We've got in something for connectors. We've got OAuth agent right here. Now it's running Qt, which is for security. We have Couchbase. We have Red Panda. So all of those containers are spinning up right now. And once it's done, we should be good. And I do remember when I was running this on the MacBook the first time as well, it was just failing on the first try, but then the second time it ran fine. So we're gonna have a look. And as far as I remember, it uses the Vim key bindings, so I can navigate nicely. So Couchbase init failed. Couchbase is running. I'm gonna zoom out a bit so I can see a bit more, but let me know if you can't see clearly. So yeah, steps 15. We have some of them running. On the other side, we have containers. On the right side, we have the containers, and here's my mouse right now. So app API container is running. The other one has failed. Oh, we'll see. The Couchbase data volume is online. Qt is online. So a lot of things are online. I think once all of them are actually done, and this stops, I'm gonna retry to run all the services again. So hopefully then we'll have the Couchbase thingy working. Because if you don't have the database running, it's probably gonna be not so happy. So we'll see. But is there anything you are building, Arpit, that's interesting that you want to share? Carmen Cruiser. I never win any giveaways. I'm part of this community called Angular Space, and they were running just a a giveaway for an ebook. I don't win any giveaways. Okay, so we do have a lot of things running. I'm wondering if I should try. Exactly, it looks like I have I'm a hacker, right? Ooh, speaking of which, I just recalled. I haven't actually used this software for a long time. Let's try this. Let's see if we can still make this work. And let me also know if my sound feels a bit weird or slow once we switch to it, because I want to try out voice mod. Okay, so can't connect to Kafka connectors, retrying. It's Couchbase init is at least here. Kafka connect is here. It says this is running, but it can't access it. Check if Kafka is healthy. I don't know anymore. I think I'm gonna stop the service and I'm gonna try to run again. And you're gonna see a lot of Docker containers just dying on me then. So this one is Red Panda. It's created. This one is stopped. Oh, it's playing. No, this one is not running. Let's try to run this manually and see if that fixes it. Is there anyone else that has failed? I think the Couchbase should have failed, right? Container CPU usage. Okay. Okay. But would it now? Okay, so it does something. So create connectors was finalized. Good. I think when we ran it manually, probably did something. But now it's doing password authentication failure, Couchbase error, authentication failure. So it's probably coming from the Couchbase endpoint. Okay, let's try to stop all of this and then we can run this again. So I'm gonna do a escape. Let's do Control C. I'm gonna do exit. So now I'm stopping all the servers. And you're going to see also the Docker containers dying as well. You see, they're also going away one by one. Yep. Oh, threads infra. Why is that one running? This should not be running at well. This was from one of my past projects. Should I delete the container? Maybe no. No. Nope. Okay, so now let's run this again. Let the hacking begin. I think this time the Couchbase init one, this one, should probably be passing. And I think we'll also have the other ones passing as well. And then we can start coding actually something. But let's go to the code regardless. I think we don't really need to wait for everything to work. So this should actually be, we should have killers, not here actually, code, web, and this is what I want. So if I look at the app, I think this is not Next.js. Yeah, this is not Next.js at all. Okay, good. So once the servers are running, I should be able to go to my front end, which is supposed to be, so app API is running, Couchbase is running now. We should have in a few minutes our front end also running. I think that runs on localhost 3000 or something. Can I do this? No, I can't. Values, prompts, logs. Okay, look at this. So the Couchbase init was successful. I told you the first time when I ran it on MacBook as well, it wasn't working. Now okay, so the create connectors setup also works. Good. Couchbase is running as well. I'm not really sure what was the front end, but I think we can look at the documentation. So accessing and using the services. So the web front end is local 8080. So if I open this now, our app should be working actually. I hope. Waiting for the login state information. Okay. Yeah, there we go. So not authenticated. I can log in now. And this will take me to Qt, as you can see here. And now I can sign up or log in. So I can create an account, forgot your password, forgot your username. Okay, let's go with Ahsan. Here we can say test 1 2 3. login. It should say no such user. Okay. Test 123, but I will probably go and sign up. So Ahsan Ayaz, Ahsan at test.com. No need. Ahsan Ayaz, test 123. By the way, this is all built in QDT, so I don't even have to code all of that. Proceed to login as Ahsan Ayaz. Yes, please. And now I should be able to get some data. Yeah. So here we can see some data at least. Let's see if we can get data from CouchDB. Okay, so items is here. What if I say groceries? Add. There we go. So now we got the item. If I refresh, my authentication is checked as well, and I get the data from Couchbase as well. And we should be able to look at the security admin. We have Couchbase UI admin. Let's have a look at that. I think that's all probably what we need, to be honest. Why is this one not working? Connection open. Post API HTTP. Okay. Where's my Couchbase admin? Give me my Couchbase admin. What the heck? Check the proxy and firewall. Am I using HTTPS here? Didn't they say 8091? Is that not the one? 8091, right? So HTTP localhost 8091. Am I blocking it somehow? Maybe? Check the proxy firewall. What if I open this into... Oh, where's my app? Here's my app. What if I open into incognito? Is there an extension stopping it? Nope. Then what is it? So the admin is not running. Should I be worried? Should I open or try to open the Couchbase admin thingy? Can I control click? Maybe it's opened on some other port? No? Okay. What happens if I go to localhost 4200? It does try to go. No, I have no clue what this is doing. Well, anyways, maybe I could try finding it here, but I'm not really sure if I should. Checkpoint. Is it possible for me to scroll up here? No. Okay, so here I can do it. So we got G. Ah, okay. Security, Red Panda, Couchbase init, Couchbase username. Okay, let's go out. I do want to see. Those are the jobs. Okay, I want to look at the services. So this one is the Couchbase one, right? So this is 8091. It's running Prometheus. It's running also a backup one. I want to try this one. Nope. I want to try this one. No. Oh, where's my admin? Where is my... Where's my admin? This is Red Panda. This is QDT admin. Backup. Do I have to run everything again? I don't want to. I don't want to run it again. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so So let's start with a couple of things because I was also looking at the dogs. I want to go with this one, but I want to open it right here. So I am working on a document as well that contains the information about my, what I have to build. So in the code, we do have some components, auth callback, items, main tsx. Let's go with index tx. So this one is trying to render. But did I ever run npm install? Or okay, sorry, it runs it on the Docker. It automatically renders it. I have no clue why we are using these. We can just render app, right? And I want to also look into this. Yeah. So what do we want to do? I want to look at this thing called lang UI. I think that was a really nice library to see. So this is browse AI components, prompt containers for components. I think this was based off of Tailwind, right? Yeah, exactly. So it's like this. Okay, so where do we start? When I discussed this with my partner, so to say, we discussed we should have the MVP to say something like create my work schedule. Okay. Okay, so maybe we could have some sort of, I don't know, what is the best React form library these days? Form.io. Is it Form.io these days? Which one is the nicest one? We have, I think this is the one that I've heard a lot about. Formic. Is it Formic? Easy form generation. Then we got Ant design. We got TanStack as well. But then would I have to also work with, so you do use form, and what do you do then? Where are you using the use form? So you say TanStack form, use form, you have default values, you have on submit. Okay, then what do you do? You say form provider. Okay, then you do form dot submit. Okay, interesting. Can we create complex forms with TanStack as well? Okay, let's have a look at TanStack. I've heard the name, I've used it before sometimes as well, but I want to look into TanStack form. Headless performance type state form from React state management for TS React, blah, blah, blah. Interesting. So we got motivation, we got in use form. Okay, so we install the package, which is what now? Okay, so you got installation. We'll probably start with this one. So let's go to our code, and here we should have cd code web app, and here we should have npm install TanStack React form. And I think I'm going to be using Zod for validation wherever needed. We'll see. Why are senior software engineers following you on LinkedIn at this time? What are you doing? Go sleep. Okay. Permission denied. What? Is it because I have? No, that should not be the case. Why do home person Shazam code? Okay. Probably because I'm running a lot of things and this is also working in Docker. But if I have to install a package and stop everything, that doesn't make sense. That also doesn't make this nice as well. Abdul Rahmanujan, hey, how's it going, man? How are you doing? Okay, then I have to, looks like I have to stop this. I don't like the fact that I have to stop it, but hey, it is what it is. Let's see if this it runs this time. How are you doing, Abdurrahman? Mm-hmm. Copy, paste. Mm-hmm. Abdurrahman says, perfect that you came on and I have some questions I was thinking to DM you. Yeah, sure. Do it on LinkedIn for sure. And I can have a look right now. Or you can ask here as well if they are not so confidential, so to say. Da, 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 da. Why is it failing? I have no clue. I have no clue. Okay, let's kill this. Let's open another one. And I want to run this thing. Let's see if I'm able to run it this time. I think the Docker containers are stopped. Yes, they are. Okay, so this installed, right? But no, I installed it in the wrong place. Git status. Git status. RM, RF, node modules, RM package, log JSON, RM package.json, cd code, web app, and then run this. WhatsApp didn't find web. Shh. Shush. Abdul Rahman says, I have an interview tomorrow for a post as a full stack JavaScript developer. I've never been interviewed before. How should I prepare? I would say just Google full stack developer questions as much as you and try to go through them, because it is most likely that if someone is not as experienced who's taking the interview or someone who doesn't have a lot of time, they will also do the same. So they will find full stack interview questions for JavaScript developers or for TypeScript developers, for React developers, whatever post you're trying to apply to, and just go through those questions. I think that's the first thing that you can do. Apart from this, just review things related to your position that you're applying for example React, Angular, TypeScript, whatever those questions are. Just look at some questions, practice them, make sure you understand them, and then be honest in the interviews. If you If you pass, you pass. If you don't pass, you can apply for another job. So yeah, it's not the end. And relax and be honest. I think that would be my suggestion. Okay, so node modules Apollo. It doesn't like me when I do this because I think because it's probably done by other, or it was probably installed by Docker or something else. But yeah, the interview is the CEO and he's a developer himself for the past 10 years. Yeah, then you can't really fool them. So just prepare well for the interview and be honest about your answers. If you know something, answer it correctly. If you don't know, just say you don't know. What most experienced developers are usually interested in seeing when they're doing an interview is that they want to know your thought process. They would want to see how you think your solution. Do you speak out loud during your thought process? And are you being honest, or are you just trying to make stuff up? If you beat around the bush, or say something totally unrelated, or try to deceive, the experienced interviewers can catch it like this. So yeah, don't do that. That would be my advice. Okay, I can also now, so this was successful. I hope this guy can work now. If it doesn't, that means there's something wrong with this particular package, because npm install just worked. We'll see. I'm really skeptical about why don't we have, oh, because we use yarn. Damn. Okay, that's why. So I need to remove package log json rm rf node modules. I didn't see the yarn log. I was like, why don't we have a package log json? So we have a yarn add 10 stack react form. Sorry, the people of Cillers who created it. No problem. All the best. And please make sure that you have good sleep. I'll DM you on LinkedIn if I had any other questions. Is it okay? Yes, you can send a message. It's not necessary I would answer those, but you can send a message, of course. Yes. If I would be available and if I can answer, I will answer for sure. So we do this, and then we can also add this guy as well afterwards. Daisy UI is already installed. I was thinking about using Shat CDN for the components, but we'll see. We'll see if we really need it. It's about 40 minutes in the live stream. I think I'm gonna close when it's about 1 hour. So we're 20 minutes more here. And I'm still installing a lot of dependencies. Need to be fast. It's a hackathon. Come on, Ahsan. We yarn add 10 stack. Zord form adapter and Zod. Let's do that. Thank you. Thank you. Do I need anything else for this? I think no. Then we have comparison, TypeScript, blah, blah, blah. I think this should be good enough, right? So what we'll do from here is we'll try to run the PT again. And we'll see if we can get the Couchbase admin running this time. I'm hoping we can. There should be some changes when it comes to the app itself, since we have the 10 stack form now. And I really want to just get started with the form and the code. I've been installing stuff for a while now, and yeah, I don't like that. So let's talk about the app itself. So we do have the index TSX that we had a look at, and then we have the app here, and the app was a bit confusing because the app uses a couple of things. So we are using the React router, React router DOM. We're using a bunch of routes here, and we have the auth callback here, and then we have the main. So this is the one that we should be looking at. And we could also have employee, what did we call it? Employee or employee chat, or we could also have something like employee schedule, something like that. So we can also add this. We can say something employee or create schedule, right? Let's also take this here, put it here, and this should actually be another component. So we could go and say add a new file, employee schedule.tsx. Now we are actually going into the React stuff, and I like that. Then we can just create another export, or we could say class. No, not class. No class components in React. No. Naveen, hey, how's it going? What are you going to build? I'm working on an app that is supposed to help managers and employees to schedule meetings nicely, having a scheduling routine for the employees, and then having some sort of AI integration where the employee can just talk to the chat or AI and then have their schedule created. So that's the idea. And I'm just starting out right now. So let's go with const employee schedule, and we can, this is a function. I don't think we need React for this, but export default employee schedule. So let's do that. Then we can add that in main. No, was it main? No, I think it was app tsx. So here we have employee schedule, or should we say create schedule? So to say employee schedule. I think let's keep this in employee schedule, to be honest. What does this say? Employee schedule cannot be used as a JSX component. Type reward is yeah, because we're not returning anything. That's fine. That's fine. We're gonna fix that. Function employee schedule. Yeah, but I'm using the arrow functions right here, so it's essentially the same thing. But I'm using modern thingy. So here we can say something like even let's start with a div. We're gonna say this is gonna have a heading employee schedule. It has been some time since I actually used nvim, so this feels a bit weird, but we're gonna stick with that. So if I refresh now, does the app still work? Let's see. Yeah, it does. So if I go to what is create schedule, so employee schedule, there you see. So my app is there. What is the difference between React and Next.js web apps? I've worked a lot in Next.js but never touched React. Are the same when to choose one of or the other? Really good question. I have some videos already on this, but essentially when you work with Next.js, you are already working with React because whatever runs on the front end is Next.js. Oh, sorry, React. Let me see if I can find it. I can probably go through it pretty quickly if I. This is actually my chain of thoughts. I don't know if yeah, I think this is where, yeah, here. I think I talked about this in one of the videos. So this is what happens when you work with React or something else. I'm going to try to make sure you see this on the screen. So what happens is that if you try to access any web application, for example, this one, employee schedule, what would happen is that if you try to look at the web page source, you will see that what you get from the server is just this, a body that has root. So where is this employee schedule coming from? That's the question. So when you try to get the HTML or this React application from the server, all you get is just this. Then on the front end, React kicks in and React goes through and says, okay, I have this root. I have to go to here, if you see. So it goes through root and then it says on the root, I'm going to actually render the app component. So it tries to find this element and then it takes your app component, which is defined here, and then React runs and then identifies, what component to render, what are these routes, blah, blah, blah. But long story short, once your browser has received the HTML, this HTML, then it starts to run React and then it renders whatever is being rendered based on the configuration. So since I'm on this page, it renders employee schedule. If I'm here, it's going to render this. But if I look at even this page, view page source, what you get from the server is exactly the same. So it doesn't really matter which page you're on in a React application, by default, if it's not server side rendered, then you're going to get the same HTML, and then React will decide which page to show. So this happens here on the front end. This is called client side rendering. Yeah. And this React thing happens on the client side. So all of this is what React does in general. What Next.js allows you to do is to have even more. So what you can do is, instead of getting this HTML from the server, you can actually have the actual rendered HTML from the server, which means that if I try to access this page, then I will not only get this ID root, but I would get back employee scheduled also. So the page and everything that page has can be retrieved directly from the server. So the server essentially tries to see, okay, which page is being accessed, then it tries to render the whole page, and then when it sends it back, it is the whole app or the whole page, so to say. So that is called server-side rendering, and then that you'll see right here. So when you try to, or when the browser tries to access from the server renders it on the server side, which is called server-side rendering. It renders the HTML, and then when you get it on the front end, you already have an HTML that is ready. And then a lot of other things trigger as well. For example, if you had a click handler on this, or you had multiple buttons, then what you'll get from the server is just the buttons, but the server side does not have click handlers or any functionality, so nothing. You just get the HTML. Once you get the HTML, then again on the front end, everything runs, or the React side of it or the client side of it continues from where the server left off. And this is also something called hydration, which means that the server renders the basic information, sends it to the browser. The browser then renders the whole HTML as it is, which came from the server, and that React binds more events in general. Which one is considered good depends on your situation. Depends on the whole situation. So as Cronus is also sharing in the chat as well, these are all valid questions. So is server side heavy? Is client side heavy? They're both. There's no unique or best solution. It really depends on your particular use case, your business, and your requirements as well. For example, there are some negative or some consequences of using only client side rendering. If this is the HTML that my React app is supposed to send, let's suppose Facebook was built on only client-side rendering, right? Then it means it doesn't matter which page you go to, it will send back this. So if you want to go to Ahsan's Facebook page or your own Facebook page, this is what it sends back. So how will Google search or any other search index it? Because when the search engines go and try to index different pages, for example, my profile page, your profile page, and if it's public, of course, then Google search would not be able to do anything because all I get back is the root. After Google search engine retrieves it, this is the thing, and then they will not run React in this case. So if you understand what I mean, search engines basically try to access all your pages, and for search engines, it's really good to have server-side rendered HTML compared to client-side rendered. Now, there are different techniques that are especially built for search engines. For example, you could have a client-side rendering app completely, but then you can also create multiple pages just for search engines. So for those search engines, everything is rendered by default, and then since search engines don't require functionality or they don't really act or interact with your application, you can just render HTML and send it for search engines. But then it comes also with the cost of, for example, if it's my profile, what happens if I change anything in my profile and update my description or my interests? Then the server would have to update all that information for search engine. So it's very costly. So the usual way is to have server-side rendered stuff. Now, Cronus is really asking a really good question. Isn't it heavy? Now, there are two situations. One is when I try to refresh this page, what happens in this case is that the browser loads the HTML, which has nothing. After it's loaded, and when it's nothing, that means that it just went to the server quickly, retrieved back the information, and then it starts running React. So the heavy processing is on the client side. So you first get something very, very quickly in the browser, and then the client side server or the client side rendering takes place. So the computation or the time it takes for the page to render is on the client side. Okay, which means that the browser is going to be responsible for it. If you have a really fast machine, this would run really, really well. If you have a slow machine or the user has a slow machine, they would have a slow experience for the application, if you understand what I mean. Then, if we talk about the server side rendering, the weight or the effort is put on the server then. For example, if there are two users, both have same sort of high-end machines, so to say, but one has a slow network connection and one has a faster network connection. In the case of slow network connection, it is quite possible that they retrieve the data quite late. Or it is also a situation where, for example, if it's Black Friday, if it's peak time for sales or something, and you have for something like Amazon, then a lot of users would be trying to access your application. And that means the server is going to be loaded, it's going to be very heavy, and it may respond slowly to all the users, right? So in that particular case, server-side rendering would be slower. But if you had client-side rendering in that particular case, then it would be a bit faster. But then also we have API calls that might be slower, so that's a completely different discussion. So it depends from case to case. You may want to go with server-side rendering if you have good servers and good computation, and you want to render everything on server, and your data is really, really dynamic, and you want to handle this data on your server instead of doing it on the client side. So you don't want your users to see a weird little loader after the client side rendering starts. So it's this or that. It really depends in this case. So Naveen says, like, banking system uses SSR, yes, because they don't want to expose the data to the client side. They want everything to be done on the server side, super secure. And then when it's rendered, then they just send back the HTML in this case. And also banking systems and similar applications do have this mindset that users know that things are going to be slow, because I don't remember any banking application that's fast. So all of them almost are super slow, and I'm like, I know what I'm doing. So yeah, it's gonna take its time. So I hope that makes sense. So we just had a quick crash course for SSR versus CSR, and my camera died, which means that it has been almost 1 hour since we started streaming. So I can see it's about 10 minutes as well that is remaining for me. But let's move forward. I at least I want to implement the 10 stack form if I finally can. Comparison, I don't want to do comparison. TypeScript, quick start, no. Overview, yes, maybe start with that. For Pakistani clients, use client-side rendering. For foreign clients, use server-side rendering. It really depends on the use case. So network conditions, the cost of your servers, if you can afford a lot of servers to make things fast, where do you want the data to be handled? So it's not just the network conditions of the users, it's a lot of other things as well, to be honest. But server-side rendering has a lot of benefits. So that's why a lot of people use that. Okay, so we get the form, right? Then we get the field API. What is this field? Field info. Okay, interesting. Then you have use form. Then you do submit. Okay, I'm gonna copy all of this, okay? And then we'll see where this takes us. So let's copy this. We're gonna go to employee schedule and we're gonna paste it right here. So I see some ES5 functions, which is okay. And I also want to look at some imports as well. Where are my imports? There you are. So let's quickly go here, paste it. Okay, let's see. Module cannot have multiple default exports. Yes, I know. So let's try to have this and cut it from here, and we can render it here. Did I do that right? Maybe not. this is good now. And we can go here, here, remove that one, and create root, not required. Okay, so we're good. Let's see the form now. Compiled with problems. Selector. Did I miss something? What is 10 stack? It seems like it's a library that has a headless form component, which means that I can use this library specifically for, but why am I should be here. Overview core. And anyways, so what this allows us to do is just to work with forms in generally. So, but 10stack is also famous for its query package as well, which allows you to have cool things like if you're making an API call, it automatically gives you variables like error, loading, data, so you don't have to create all of them for every single thing that you want to do within your application. So it's really convenient. I looked at 10stack query and that was pretty nice. Okay, why does it cry? Can we have a look at the app itself? I'm gonna close these. Okay, so let's have a look. So this guy says the selector here is not correct. Error in components were 83. First name, last name is not array type. Okay. That doesn't make sense to me. So let's have a look at the code. So here it says, do they have some error in their documentation? That doesn't make sense. So we have the default values, first name and last name. That makes sense. Then if I go down, it says form field, last name, and then it subscribes to the form. Now here it says can submit and state is submit. Better than XUs? Yes. I think in that regard, yes. 8221. Okay, I want to get rid of this for now. I want to try and see what happens. So I don't use this. So I do have the app here. First name Ahsan. Ayaz. I saw validating for some reason. This is gonna be okay. Okay, now I put back my form subscribe. Now it's gonna start crying and crashing, hopefully. Yeah, there we go. So in this case, we have button, submit, disable, can submit. So I do want to look at what this does. And I want to return this as it was before. So let's debug this. Console log and can do this. Can I try and see the state? No. It's gonna start crying. Okay, so here you see. So we have values and we have can submit true, and then we have values, first name and last name. So we do state.can submit stat.submit. Okay, then I also want to see what's here as well. So val, and I want to do console log val, and then I also want to do const this equals val. Am I? Oh, okay. Sorry. Is it this? No, I'm super confused. Okay, let's see. Return. Not too bad. This. There we go. Still got it. No, still errors. Okay. So here we have true and false. So this is what it's supposed to do. Why does it say it's not? The types that it comes with is not actually with it. What? When we have the children right here, it says can submit and we do selector. So it doesn't, the TypeScript doesn't really take care of the children here. Okay, anyways. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, well, and here I can say, is it Boolean, both of them? True and false, right? So here we can say, as Boolean array. Okay. So now it's going to be fine, hopefully. Be fine, be fine. Can you be fine? So it says selector, state. It has to return a form state. Why does it have to return a form state? 10 stack TypeScript. Strict true is required in your TS configuration to get most of times form types. Okay, let's see if we have TS config and if we have strict true set here. Strict is set to true. Okay. Types currently using type that you lock your TypeScript version is 4.8. Which TypeScript is so we're using 4.9, so it should be good. Do they have this issue reported somewhere? I assume so. Let's see, form. I think this is probably the one. I don't know. I'm thinking if I should get rid of 10 stack because it doesn't seem as mature. I think it has still some issues. No. August 24. There's so many issues opened at the moment. Maybe we should go with something that's a bit easier. Okay, let's go with React form hook. I think that's the one, right? I'm gonna get rid of the other one. Let's see. I would have asked ChatGPT by now. Me too, brother. But I think I know. Okay, so let's get rid of. We did have Zord as well, but let's see which ones do we have. So we have yarn, remove, tan stack, React form, tan stack, Zord form. Oh, slash Zord form adapter. This has to be run in code, web, app, and now I can run it. So let's go with the nice little trusted old React hook form. I hope it's flexible enough, and I'm glad I'm doing it right now and I'm not doing this on the on the day. Okay, so let's do that. Yarn add. What happened? Yarna? No. Yarn. Okay, how do we work with this? So we have use form, submit handler, React hook form, blah, blah, blah. And then we have all of this. So what I'm going to do now is quickly, while this is being installed, schedule.tsx is installed. Thank you. I'm going to close this guy. And here, let's see. So we go, and we import this guy. Then we have just this beautiful little code snippet. I'm gonna copy and we're gonna select all of this guy right here and paste it. and you're gonna delete all of this. Is it something that I've missed? Inputs. Where does the inputs come? Ah, types. Nice. Naveen says I just worked on back and now taking a break. Awesome. Great. What time is it? Where are you based? You said India, didn't you? No? Was it someone else? I think that was Arpit from Delhi. That was Arpit from Delhi. Okay, let's see. Can't resolve React performance source components. I probably have to restart the container. So where are you, my terminal? Can I go and just say you a service that can restart? Stop job, navigate. Where's the app? Can I say that? No, I can't. Can I say that here? Go back, select space. Can I say restart or no? Oh, there we go. Shift R. Are you sure you want to restart container? Yes, thank you. So now we have this. Woo. Am I the killer's expert now or what? You're from Delhi too? Ooh, coincidence. I think I should bring some more water. So I'm gonna be right back. I think this is being restarted still. So I'll be back. Okay. I have them water right here. By the way, I think this is probably one of the best things that I've done in I have not done, my wife did, but I can take credit for it. So I drink water now. I I I did not used to, so it's nice. Good night, Naveen. I'll see you later whenever that happens. How do you using Docker like this? I use Docker Compose and define service in Compose YAML, but yours look interesting. A really good question. I am using something called Cillers, which is an opinionated stack. I'm gonna share the link in the chat. So this is an opinionated stack, which means that the creators of this stack have their own opinions, and they have combined sort of a system or some software that enables me to run this. So they're using something called Polytope, which is this thing that you see right here. So Polytope basically runs a lot of services, and a lot of that is defined right here, I think. Polytope YAML. So for example, templates have all these things, and then params. So everything that you see on that particular terminal is basically defined here, like which step runs after which one, what happens on failure, blah blah blah. So polytope is something that that Cillers has recommended, but I'm not an expert in polytope so far, but I know they're using this. So you can also experiment as well. So let's see if this works, or if I have to restart everything again, which would be super sad. I don't want to do that. No, it's okay. So there we go. So now it was authenticated. I can go to my page, create schedule. Hopefully this works now. There we go. No errors is a good start. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to have some sort of scheduling thingy. So I want to, sorry, I want to go to this page and I want to have something like, I want to put this in a div or something, or maybe a main. Should have a main here, and then we can have different sections. So I want to have a section that says working hours, and then um, I should have, sorry, give me 1 second. So we got working hours, and then we have multiple days, time zone. So we go with section, which is working hours, and this should actually have the form. Now I want to have the form having, sorry, I'm gonna have the form having some an array, so to say. So what I want here, and I want here as well, to array. Do we have anything that, no? Quick start releases. So we got this guy. Registering fields. So we got gender, form input, first name, gender. Apply validation, required, min max length, pattern, validate. Okay, so we can provide our own function as well. Existing forms, array. Give me some arrays, man. Apply validation, handle errors, schema validation. So here we have, so here we are using yup. Can we use something like okay, so yup is seems to me like Zod. Okay. Okay, let's see. So React form hooks array. So okay, so here we have use field array. This is what I was looking for, but this is here. Okay, so am I in getting started then? Give me 1 second. Okay. Okay, so where's my array? So where do I go from here? Or API? Is it API or is it advanced? Use control. Oh, there you go. So use form context. Good. And then you have use watch, use form state, use field array. This is the one. So want to be able to say use form, and then I can say use field array. Aha, there we go. So then we go here and we can say fields control name test. We're gonna call this working hours, and we don't really want these, which means we don't really want these. What did I just do? Okay, that's fine. And then we can go with fields.map and return that, which means I could actually just do this, right? We console.watch example. Don't want to do that. Control pop props come from use for, but I'm not really using a lot of that. Yes, I can see that, but I don't have handle submit. Okay. Let's not do that. So let's copy this. I'm gonna actually go ahead and put things back. Control R. And then we can also add this right here. Would this fail? Or is it already failing? Here, so here it says stats index value is not defined. Okay, makes sense. So what are the errors? Let's see. So we got this guy. No value exists in the scope for showing. I declare one or provide. Interessant. Control register use form. Come on. Control. Right. There we go. Good. Then what do we have here? Register test dot index. So okay. But the field, what is the type of field? TypeScript. TypeScript. So here we have the field ID. When register and input name, you will have to cast them as const. Okay. Ooh, as const. Is that gonna fix all of my things or no? But this is for the arrays, right? Yeah, cook for field arrays. Yes, yes, yes. That doesn't make any sense. Use field array. What are good options for Docker container deployment? I'm currently using DigitalOcean. There are many. I think there's glitch.io, there's AWS, we have Azure. What else? We do have, did we also have TypeScript there as well? In the top one? No, we did not. There's also Heroku. There's also Netlify. I think that supports Docker containers as well. GitHub Actions also, I think. Do GitHub Actions support that? No. But yeah, we have too many. DigitalOcean is, I think, probably one of the best when it comes to just private ones. Okay, so we probably need this thing, form values. So let's create this. So we gotta say type, and this is gonna be let's call this form values. So we have, what we want here is actually we want here working hours. Working hours. Working hours should have a start time, end time, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Set? Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Property or signature expected. Did I miss something? I don't understand. Working hours. Start time. End time. String. That's actually something I want. Yeah, then. Okay, so we have use watch, blah. Do I want that? I think no. So then we have total is equals to, but that's a different component. So when we use use form with form values, but then I can get rid of the other inputs, right? So I think I can get rid of these two. Let's see, form values. Then do I want to this? No, really. And then I also should have form values. And then I should also see what are good options. Are they very expensive? I think AWS is sort of expensive-ish. Heroku is also a bit expensive. You do have railway.app. I think that's pretty much, that's really cheap. If I remember correctly. I can show you railway.app. But this requires you to provide a credit card. They don't charge you, but they do provide. They do ask for it. So what happens then is, for example, I have Pulse Checker, CodewithAhsan, Sigma Memer. So a lot of these apps running at the moment, and usually my usage doesn't really go above. So for example, current usage $1.14 with all of my apps, and my this one actually runs quite a lot, CodewithAhsan.dev. This is where my courses are. So even all of them combined usually don't really go over, so to say, $5. So it's like $4.93. So if it goes above $5, then I have to pay. But you can see in most of the cases it's like 4.93, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, I think if you have one project, you probably wouldn't have to pay anything, to be honest. Okay, so we do have fields, append, prepend, use field array. I'm gonna have to say this is, the name was card. Okay, so we're gonna copy this guy, and we're gonna paste this, and we're gonna name this guy working hours. Cannot find. Okay. Update import. Thank you. Nice. Now I think it's good. Okay, so when it loops over this, right? Then we have field and index. Then what it does here is it says card.index.name as const. Something like this. Interesting. So if I copy all of this, I'm gonna copy the whole div. Or maybe, yeah, just the whole thingy. But is it part of the div? No, I don't think so. I think this is fields.map. And this should be working hours. I want to see the name. So the key is here, field.id, which makes sense. If I look at the info here, no. What is the key for this? Is this shift K? Yeah, so this is gonna be index. This is gonna be working hours. And I want to see working hour.index.value as const. Isn't this what they have said? Yeah. But did I change that to string? Yeah, I did. But isn't value? No. Ooh, wait a second. No. Okay, wait a second. So the cart had a name, price, and quantity, right? So what this does here is that it comes here, says placeholder is name, register cart.index.name, name, price, quantity, right? And then it says quantity. Okay, so maybe that's why. So it doesn't have a value. It should have start time. Okay, yeah, so that was the issue, right? And then we can also do the end time as well. How about we go and do this, that we copy this guy and we paste it here, and maybe we change this to a div key equals to field ID. So let's do that. We return a div which has the key set to field.id. Is it field.id? Yeah. Then we go ahead and then we paste this guy. Then we paste this again. And we save this. And then we say this is working hours. Working hours. And then this should be start time. And then this guy should be end time. Working hours. And this should be working hours. Start time and working hours. Oh, it gives the intelligence here as well. Nice. End time. Thank you. Then we also say but okay. We'll see if when we feel the need for this, right? And then we have on submit that just does something. Whoop. I removed something. That was not good. Okay, so we have this right now. What I want to do is at least have something rendered that I can then, or if I can just add a few buttons like inputs, I think that's the goal for now. So far it has nothing. So we start with we also start with something like disabled, for example, disabled boolean. Okay, and what we'll do is we'll start with the form state. I think it's default. No, where's the default value set? Default values. So use form, and then inside that we go default values. Okay, that makes sense. So use form values, and here we say no. We say an object, and then we say, right? But this one has to be scheduled. Was it? No, it's for working hours. Yeah. So working hours, and then we can add a few working hours. So we have oh, but we should also have day, spring. So we start with the day and we say start time, end time, or we could also be smart and create this programmatically, right? So we do it like this. We say this dot map, and then we have a day, and then we return back the day, start time, end time, and disabled true by default. And then we can say here we have Sunday, Monday, Tisdag, Onsdag, Torsdag, Fredag, Lördag, Saturday, Give me my days. Hey, look at that. Quantity, 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 quantity for all of them. That seems really weird, but okay. So we're gonna have some class names, of course, here, and we're gonna say flags, flags or items, center, gap 4, and now things are gonna be interesting. We're gonna have an input. No, we're gonna have a span that has an input, and this is also gonna be flags, items, center, gap 2, and this is gonna be of type checkbox. Type checkbox, and then we have the day. Should have field dot day, right? And then we should also have do we have disabled here? Ooh, field dot disabled. Oh my god, wow. Then what we want to have here is gonna be start time, and that should actually be I don't know, it should be time but options, so to say. I'm gonna keep this text for now. And then we have text and end time. Let's see. Okay, this is coming pretty nicely. So this is disabled, as you can see, right? This is super cool. Now I can click this, and this should have made this in but I haven't actually worked on anything that changes that. So when I change this, now I'm writing in Angular. That's not good. Change on change. Is it on change? On change event, and here we can say field dot disabled equals, if I'm correct, event dot target dot checked. Ooh, it already gets the events dot target. How so? How so? Interesting. Interesting. So if I open this now, no, that doesn't change it. Would I have to change something in the form, or would I have to do something with the field dot check, field dot set? No. Okay, let's see. So fields dot or fields index dot disabled, but it's just setting. I want to set the value. Register unregister form state. So we got the form state here. So we get this. Oh, so we have set value as well. Test and change. Ooh, but where do we? Aha. Okay. No, but what about the array? This is form. This is array, right? So here, set form state. Set value here. So here we have array 0 test 1. Cool. So we do something like, but do we have set value that we have gotten from the here? No, we haven't. Set value. Yeah, so we get set value here. Then what we should do is set value. Here we can do working hours. index dot. Oh, we do dot, sorry. So dot index dot, and then we have disabled, right? And then we just do event dot target dot checked. Isn't that the one? So we don't need really to do this. Argument of type what? Argument of working hour number, working hours dot number. Isn't that what I've just done? No. Working hours dot number dot day. Working hours dot number dot disabled. Isn't that what I've just written? Oh, there's my bad. I'm damn blind. Okay, so let's see. Time for checking this out. I hope this works much nicer on my MacBook. No, it doesn't fix it. No, it does not. Isn't it something like update? So we do have update, right? Fields. How do I use the update method in this case? Let's see if I want to use update, right? What does this require? So index and then just the value, right? So I should be able to do this then just like this. So we have index, right? And then we have field, but then we have disabled field dot disable. That's what I at least want to do, or that's what is in my mind. So if I try to do this, this should work, hopefully. You don't really like my panels. What do you mean? Which panels are we talking about, Albert? Is it this one on the left? What do you mean? Okay, so I at least know that this is the one I'm looking at, which means I don't even have to go with this one, and I don't really want to go with set value in this case as well. Do I want to append more, remove one? I think we want to append, but maybe not now, but maybe we'll do it later on. But we'll see. Check about section of your channel. Is it that bad? I haven't seen that in months. Let's see. It should be here, right? Oh, these ones? What should we do? Which ones do you want to get rid of? Which ones do you want to get rid of? Can I edit those? Yes, I can. Panel title, feature viewer, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I think I set them up when I actually was just starting out. I haven't seen these. I want to customize those panel. Nah. No. I'll either hide all of them or keep them as it is. I at least see the GitHub thingy that I wanted. I at least want that. I don't think I want the donate ones or the streaming gear. I don't even know if that's up still. Oh, this side is up still. Interesting. But I think this is not going to show due to ad block. What about the Discord one? Is that still valid? I don't think so. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. So YouTube, at least we can fix that. .com/CodewithAhsan. Patreon. Don't want to show that. No. Remove for now. And then I can say, let's remove this one. You can also go and create a new invite for Discord. Open Discord. Sure, but I'm not right now into a lot of panels and whatnot. But I'll have a look when I get the chance. Thank you for at least sharing that. So this one, maybe let's have never generate a new link. Copy this guy. Maybe you can add that here. So this one at least stays there. We can remove the donation ones. Don't want that. Well, I think we should be good. Here we can say free tech courses, Angular, React, full stack, TypeScript, etc. And then did I not just change that? Oh, I changed that in the top. YouTube.com/CodewithAhsan. I'm gonna have to save this here and here and submit. Is it supposed to give me something back? I don't think so, right? Edit. Good. Edit. Good. Okay, good. Good enough. Okay. Back to it. So let's change this. We're gonna have this form, or I'm not really sure now. I do want to change things as they have. So if you're not, I think we should even not show instead of disabling them, to be honest. Okay, let's do this. We're gonna do a grid, and we want to do 1, 2, 3. No, 1, 2, and 3. Three elements in the grid. So we're gonna. I was thinking I was in VS Code. I'm not. Okay, so we're gonna have to do this in this manner. We're gonna go ahead and create a div, right? Then we're gonna paste this guy. And then what I want to do actually is have a class. Oh no. No, I press Control Z. That's not good. Now I'm gonna have to open everything. I'm gonna change my camera now. I want to go to, which file was it? Employee. Yeah, now it's gonna say please recover. Recover, enter, 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 enter. No, that's not the one. I want to do this. I want to open the other one. Let's open this again. So this is going to be employee schedule. Okay, let's see. So we have found a swap file name. This was 302347. This is the one, right? Okay. Another program may be an edit session for this file crashed. If this is the case, use recover or vim r. Okay. So I want to recover, enter. Okay, now it's asking me two different things. So this one was 48 and then this was 47. I want to go with the second one, I think. Is that the one? Please be the one. Okay, good. This was the one. Oof. And sorry, I forgot to turn on camera. Class name. It's gonna be grid calls 3, and I want to try this now. So what I want to do is to have 3 different grids, and for each one we're gonna be showing we're gonna be showing 3 different spans. One is gonna be the input. So I'm gonna actually take this guy out and put it behind this span. I'm thinking now. No. Did I then need this at all? No, I don't think so. Okay, so let's remove this. Let's remove this. Change this to grid calls 3, and then we can have what I want to have. Oh, did I remove another one? Control R. Remove this guy. Remove this guy. Remove, and then maybe, yeah, so this span is okay. The start and end time, they need to be in one span. So we gotta have like a span here, and then we can have this, and then we should also have another div that is gonna have, or another span, so to say, that's gonna have 2 things. We're gonna have a delete and duplicate, but let's save this for now. So this is what I wanted, not this. We're gonna see what I want. Yeah, so this is what I wanted more than what we saw there. And if I go like this, then this is what you see. So what I don't really like is the CSS overall. So if I look at this, this should sort of be in, let's have a look at this. So, but this says flex. Why does this say flex? Did I not change the class? I did not change the class, of course. So grid call. Look, why does this look so weird? Because I have not changed it. So this is what I wanted it to look like. Good. So now we have a start time, we have end time, we have Sunday, Monday. What I also want to do is I don't want to have this span at all if my field is disabled, so to say, right? So maybe what I can do is not field dot disabled, and then we have this, and we have this, and we have this. So let's save this guy. So if we have something that is, or if some input is disabled, we don't even see them. Okay, so this is what it should look. And we should also have this marked as checked as well. So we're gonna do something like field ID disabled. We have start time, blah, blah, blah. Where's the input on here? So here we should have checked, and that should be if we have field dot disabled. Right? So if it's not disabled, then it's good. Otherwise we do this. I wish it would just restart or reload by itself, but there we go. Right? So this is what I want. Start time, da ba ba, end time, da 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 da. There we go. Okay, I think I'm off to a good start, but I'm gonna have to continue working on this later on. So I'm gonna just push it so we have something to look at, and then I can take it from there. So git status. Let's see what I've done so far. So we have package app index.ts had some changes. What did we change in index.ts? Dev. I don't know, some minute changes, and then we have create schedule. Okay. Then we just have some. Okay, I think we're good. Commit, work in progress, employee schedule. Working on the employee schedule page. I'm gonna push this, and then we'll look at that later on when the time comes. Awesome. With that said, thank you everyone who joined, and I'm gonna see you next time. I hope this was fun, as fun as for me.